Noise-canceling headphones do something that sounds completely backwards. They make the world quieter by adding more sound. Not just blocking sound, not deleting sound, adding sound. So when you sit on a plane, put your headphones on, and the engine suddenly fades into the background, your headphones are not creating silence. They are starting a tiny, invisible fight right next to your ears. And the strange part is this: they can make a jet engine feel calm, but they still struggle with the guy next to you eating chips like he is trying to prove a point. So how does that actually work? And why does it feel like magic when it works well? To understand it, we have to start with something simple. Sound is not a little object flying through the air. Sound is movement. It is pressure moving through air. Imagine the air in front of you being squeezed and stretched, over and over again. That movement travels through the room, reaches your eardrum, and your brain turns it into meaning. A song, a voice, a train, a plane engine, or someone in an open office saying, "Quick question," which, as we all know, is never quick. But here is the key. Sound has a pattern. It moves like a wave, up and down, up and down. And if something has a pattern, you can interfere with it. This is where noise canceling gets clever. Imagine a sound wave from a plane engine moving toward your ear. When that wave goes up, your headphones try to create another wave that goes down at the exact same moment. The outside noise pushes one way, the headphones push the other way. And when those two waves meet, they weaken each other. That is the basic trick. The technical name is destructive interference, which sounds like a villain's plan in a superhero movie. But the simple version is this. Imagine two stickmen pulling on a rope. One pulls left, the other pulls right. If they pull with the same force, the rope barely moves. That is what your headphones are trying to do with sound. The world pulls one way, your headphones pull the other way, and your ear sits in the middle, enjoying the draw. But here is the difficult part. Your headphones do not have much time to think. The sound is already moving toward your ear, so the headphones have to listen, react, and play the opposite sound almost instantly. That is why noise-canceling headphones have tiny microphones built into them. Those microphones are constantly listening to the world around you. Not in a creepy way. They are not interested in your conversations. They are just trying to understand the noise. The rumble of a plane engine, the vibration of a train, the low drone of traffic, the hum from an air conditioner. Once the headphones hear that noise, a tiny processor inside them tries to predict what the next part of the wave will look like. Then it creates the opposite version of that sound and plays it into your ear. So while you are just sitting there listening to music, your headphones are doing a tiny real-time audio battle. They listen to the outside noise, they create anti-noise, and they mix that anti-noise with whatever you actually want to hear. That is why good noise canceling can feel so clean. It does not feel like something is being added. It feels like something has disappeared. But now comes the obvious question. If the headphones are that smart, why do they not cancel everything? Why can they make a plane engine fade into the background, but still let you hear the person next to you talking? The answer is that noise canceling is much better at fighting sounds it can predict, and plane engines are predictable. Train rumble is predictable. Air conditioning is predictable. Traffic hum is predictable. These sounds are steady and repetitive. They are boring. And for noise canceling, boring is perfect. Because if the sound keeps repeating in the same kind of pattern, the headphones have a much better chance of creating the opposite pattern in time. But voices are different. A voice changes all the time. The pitch changes. The volume changes. People stop and start. They laugh. They cough. They suddenly say a word the headphones had no chance of predicting. And your brain is also very good at noticing speech. So even when the headphones reduce it, your brain still grabs onto it. That is why noise canceling can make an airplane feel calm, but it will not fully erase the guy next to you eating chips like he is trying to make a statement. Unfortunately. And this is where noise canceling gets a little misunderstood. Because people often imagine that the whole trick happens inside the chip, as if the headphones are doing one clever calculation and suddenly the world becomes silent. But good noise canceling is not just one feature. It is the whole system working together. The microphones have to hear the noise clearly. The processor has to react fast enough. The speaker has to play the opposite sound accurately. And the headphone itself has to sit properly on your ear. Because before the electronics can fight the noise, the headphones first need to create a small, controlled space around your ear, almost like a tiny room. If that room has a gap in it, the outside world gets back in. That is why fit matters so much. If your earbuds do not seal properly, noise leaks through. If your glasses lift the ear cup just a little bit, noise leaks through. If the pads are cheap, worn out, or shaped badly for your head, the effect gets weaker. And that is also why two people can try the exact same headphones and completely disagree. One person says they are amazing. Another person says they can still hear everything. And both of them might be right. Their ears are different. Their fit is different. Their environment is different. This is also why cheap noise canceling can feel disappointing. The box promises silence. The marketing makes it sound like you are buying peace itself. But then you put them on, and instead of quiet, you get a soft hiss, a strange pressure feeling, and the suspicion that someone has slightly overpromised. Because when one part of the system is bad, the whole illusion falls apart. But when everything works together, the result can be genuinely impressive. Not because it creates perfect silence. It does not. Perfect silence is not really the point. The real point is that the exhausting part of the world gets turned down. The engine rumble, the train vibration, the air conditioning drone, the low background noise your brain has been quietly fighting for hours. That is why a flight can feel less tiring with good noise canceling. The world did not disappear. Your brain just stopped wrestling with it. And that is why I think noise canceling has become more important than people admit. For travel, focused work, and open offices, it is not just a luxury feature anymore. It is mental self-defense. Because most open offices are not really quiet collaboration spaces. They are places where one person is on a call, another person is eating something crunchy, keyboards are clicking, phones are buzzing, and every 10 minutes someone says, "Can I ask a quick question?" Which is never a quick question. So the real value of noise canceling is not that it makes life silent. It gives you back a little control, a small, personal quiet zone, a place where the world is still happening, but it is no longer shouting directly into your brain. And once you understand the trick, it becomes much less mysterious. Your headphones listen to the noise. They create an opposite sound. The two sounds meet near your ear, and part of the noise disappears. Not because of magic, but because sound waves can fight each other. So the next time someone asks how noise canceling works, the simple answer is, it fights noise with anti-noise, which will either make you sound smart or make them slowly move away from you at the airport. So what do you think? Are noise-canceling headphones essential now, or are they overrated? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want to understand how Bluetooth audio actually travels from your phone to your ears, watch this next.